That is, although I appreciate the effort for transparency. I think we're all making an effort to be as transparent as we possibly can here. We still need a motion.
Chairman.
Yes.
I'll motion to approve the zoning map amendment, item 22-814 PC.
Do we have a second on Mr. Byers' motion?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Wittergren. Discussion on that issue. Mr. Matika.
In the goodness of civility, the developer is still free to meet with the neighborhood, correct?
Of course.
Because a lot of things can be resolved that are not in legalistic format, where people can talk to each other and ask questions. So I would still highly encourage the developer to meet with people in the neighborhood. And we can't force it,
Okay.
but I think it would be a sign of goodwill that would be much appreciated.
Other comments? I would echo that, and I don't know that we want to necessarily beat anyone up here, or this is the forum to do that. Mr. Lenz, I appreciate you early on saying, in hindsight, maybe that's something that could have been done. I'm personally disappointed that that didn't happen. I do think that, most of us in this community all want to be good neighbors, and that is part of being a good neighbor. Hearing no discussion, and apologies for using a trademarked tagline.
Just one more comment. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out and sticking out with us this long through the discussion. Lots of great points made by everyone, and hearing that it doesn't sound like we have any legal standing to object. I would also like to echo, and again, there's no requirement for any changes to be made based on this. Just as we think about building out our community with the density that we're looking at, and the lack of green space was mentioned as well. How many of us have pets or dogs? And when you're walking your dog through these dense neighborhoods without very much green space to let them run around or go to the bathroom, I think could be an issue, but something just to think about and take into consideration. But I want to thank all the residents for coming out and voicing your concerns and participating in your local democracy. But I will likely move to this. There is no legal object.
Any other discussion? I think that's well said, Ms. Lund. There are a few things here that I find problematic, but I don't see that we have any legal grounds to not recommend approval. So with that, please call the roll.
Mr. Byers?
Yes.
Ms. Wittergren?
Yes.
Mr. Matika?
Yes.
Mr. Tumala?
Yes.
Ms. Lund?
Yes.
Mr. McBride?
Yes. Motion carries. Next up, we will entertain a motion on the related item 220815 PC. This is the preliminary subdivision plan for Wintergreen. This is not the zoning map amendment. That has already been. Before we, or you want to do this first and then take a break?
Oh, I'm sorry, after this.
Yes, we will recess. But I need a motion on this issue.
So moved.
Second.
For those who are leaving, do remember to pick up your parking passes so you can get out without paying. They should be on the table in the back.